Thanks for watching. I'm excited to introduce you to an empowering new series of non-traditional educational videos. This 104 course is a short overview going over aspects of certification in Hustle. As we release weekly courses on our channel, we will build off each successive course. So make sure to start in order. This course will teach you what certification is in professional hustle. We're going to take some time this week to discuss what ethics are, how certifications make you eligible to hustle, how it plays into your credibility, and how certifications give you the precursor requirements to a fulfilling career. Ready? Let's begin. You already know how we get down here on Hustle Kick. We always define the word clear communication, certified, an adjective, which means officially recognized as possessing certain qualifications or meeting certain standards. Remember, guys, it's really important. We're here to demonstrate competency to the general public by seeking out a third-party ethical body that warranties exactly what type of people we are. We're not here on the corner hustling. We're hustling professionally. It's very different. Standards are not always yours. In a hyper-individualistic society, it's easy to forget our opinions are not always relevant. This doesn't apply to us as people. This applies to the services we offer. These services are a commodity. I know it's controversial to commoditize ourselves. Realistically, though, we need to recognize services are products. People only pay for products they place value on. Since we are conducting commerce as a professional hustler with others, we have to consider third-party values. Certifications help standardize these values. A third-party certifier warrants your 1, competence, 2, knowledge, 3, the theory behind what you're doing as a profession, and 4, the most important, your ethics. Main goals. It's always going to come down to establishing trust, guys. In a world ripe with scams, ripoffs, and God knows what else, it's important institutions exist. The purpose of government is to protect the individual liberties of others, specifically from those who show a willful disregard for others. I understand we uncover hypocrisy. We see corruption. These what-ifs cannot be helped. The final part of establishing trust will always come down to virtue. We previously covered this in an educational course, 103, detailing virtue as it pertains to hustle. I encourage everyone listening to go back and refer to this course if you need a refresher, or if you simply didn't get an opportunity to watch it. Nonetheless, an essential complement of virtue is demonstrating your willingness to address these 4 main goals: ethics, eligibility, credibility, and formal precursors. 2, we're going to get to that, which is licensing. Ethics are a standard of conduct set by third parties. Ethics are not morals or personal values. Although it's possible for a personal moral value to align, that's not the goal. For instance, attorneys have a specific code of ethics. Irregardless of how they were raised, they're expected to adhere to particular guidelines. That's the same with accountants, insurance agents, and in my profession, the profession of hustle, project managers. We must adhere to the Project Management Commission. Well, if it's international, we'll call it the International Project Management Commission and the American Academy of Project Management in America. Remember, as we covered in Educational Course 101, what is hustle? A professional hustler is a slang term for a project management professional. The hustle is slang for project, a clearly defined term. Ethics are going to comply with third-party values that are definitions of others placed on us to adhere to, and they're going to be governed by accountability, which means it's subject to review, third-party audits, maintenance requirements, and maintaining membership, paying annual dues, and making sure that your books are open for others to check on to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to. Eligibility. It's going to give you license test coverage. It's good for qualifying for your requirements to enter your self-employed career. It's going to be theory-based, but you have to remember, when you adhere to third-party governance, regulators give public endorsement. This is important because most industries require licensing. This is true in medical, insurance, finance, construction, engineering, aviation, and more. I like project management because it covers all of those industries. There's a project in each one of them. That's why it's ideal for professional hustling. To sit for a licensing exam, you have to obtain formal permission. There's always a training curriculum. Certifications provide this endorsement. Certifications are programs designed around warranties that a license seeker is competent, educated, and has been tested under instructorship. Credibility. This is a dynamic profession for trusted parties only, and this is necessary for the general public. General public needs public trust in regulated professions. This is how essential positions like doctors, lawyers, and tax accountants operate. Each one of these professions requires sensitive data on people. You gotta think your social, how many kids you have, if you're sick. These are very, very sensitive issues. The general public doesn't know these professions. And guess what? The professionals don't know them either. So what is it that creates professional trust? It's the adherence to certified people that they will follow governance and ethics. These ethics are designed in the best interest of the general public and are overseen by governing bodies. They impose higher standards on professionals than ordinary people. These regulatory bodies provide harsh punishments, and it's very necessary for public trust in these professions. It's what makes the world go round. It's possible, as a professional, to be held liable for something that if you were just an ordinary citizen, you would only get a slap on the wrist or possibly just a pass. And that's what makes us different. I like to segue with this all the time before we close out. The gross record. As you can see, this simple advice has taken me to over 12 million in gross revenue throughout the years. This is not about business, but a self-employed career, which answers unique problems with unique solutions. These revenues have costs, licensing, remember, we just went over that, and certification requirements. So keep that in mind. I'm excited if you've made it to the end of this video. This overview is designed to teach you how certifications are necessary for you to professionally hustle. Get an ebook copy of my international best-selling book for free by clicking the link in the description. After you sign up, send an email after sign up and put this week's video code in 104 in your follow-up email asking for your free ebook for watching this week's video. Again, this week's video code is 104. Each week the code changes, so stay tuned for the following video and educational courses. No information in this course is designed to be a recommendation for investing, providing financial advice, or financial products. Please do not contact us for investment inquiries or any investment-related recommendations. This is a free educational tool to be used for information and educational purposes only. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us. Check me out on Medium. I'm writing free articles all the time for anyone who wants to delve in. Aside from the audio, there is the written word. And don't forget www.christopherklopez.com to see some exciting developments. I'm always posting there. See you guys there.